I accidentally hit the end stream button. I now added a confirmation dialog so that that doesn't happen again. Sorry, I was, if you really want to know what I was working on, watch my last stream and then you will know. I was just about to switch to this view so that I could get ready to send an email and then you can watch me send that email, and maybe if you're subscribed, you'll get it, and that'll be kind of interesting and fun. So let's do that. Let's go create new broadcast. I don't want you to see like people's email addresses and stuff, so that's why we're doing this. Okay. Pretty sure I should be able to share the screen now. There we go. Hello. Okay, we didn't actually think about a title for this email. Where we are. Let's see. Boy, I really don't know what the title of this email should be. Let me think. I actually need to peek at something that I can't let you see, so one moment. I should just pull this over here. That's what I have this screen for. Okay, there we go. Yeah, here we go. Oops. Yep, okay, good. I wrote most of this. I'm just reviewing because I also have somebody who helps me write some of the more important emails. Or at least they edit those things, so I just want to make sure that I'm happy with the way it looks before I send it out. All right. Okay. Oh, actually, let's go back. Whoops. Yeah, hopefully none of that was all that important. There we go. And none of tags, let's see, subscribe to tags, mute, epic AI, yep, there we go, add filter. See, and then I can say all, and I see how many people have muted. 1,400 people. That's too bad. Okay, let me just double check something. Yep, we're good. We are good. You know what? I want to add a PS. Yep. There we go. Let's send the broadcast. Yep, off it goes. All right. Okay, very good. Take care of that. Oh, I'm gonna do that. Okay. Good evening from Denmark. Hello, Leon. Am I saying that right? I hope I am. At least I hope I'm not being offensive. 36,000 recipients. And already 1,200 people have opened it, or their clients did. cool. Yeah, good stuff. What did I click on? I'm trying to remember. Did I even have like a link in there? Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry for those people. Really didn't mean to reveal people's email addresses. That's not what I meant to do. None of you use those email addresses for anything nefarious, please. Okay, great. Let's get back to figuring out what in the world is going on here. So this is what I expected. We're actually initializing different servers. But I don't know who's making these requests. That's what's so confusing. Who's making all these requests? I don't have anything running that should make these requests. Okay, VS Code is still open. I'm gonna close that. I'm gonna close that. Close that. Don't close Streamlabs, nope. Hey, you know what? We'll even close VS or Cursor really quick. Open up the terminal. CD into epic me MCP. Okay. NRD is aliased to npm run dev on my machine. Okay. So nobody's making any requests, as expected. It's interesting. O doesn't seem to be working. Huh. Oh, I guess it was. All right, good. So we go inspect. So open up my browser. Okay, this is good. Here we go, connect. All right. Okay, I think I know what's going on here. The first request is coming. Yeah, okay. Let's back it up. Here, actually, stop this, start that, start this. Okay. Now we're good. Now I go to open OAuth settings, so I'm not connecting. We're gonna go quick OAuth flow. Goes through the whole thing. Okay, that was not what I expected. Connect. Huh. We've got a whole bunch of connections going on here. Why is this happening? Okay, let's try something else. Postman, canary. MCP. Connect. Okay. That makes sense because yeah. Why doesn't it just like take me through the OAuth flow? I don't understand. I don't want to have to fill in all this stuff. I believe it has an OAuth flow, but I don't know why. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. But it's irritating, I can tell you that much. Okay. So that one's not going to do it for me. This one doesn't do it for me. Let's try Goose. Or Actually, let's just try. Yeah, let's try VS Code. Come on, Code, where are you? Right. Try a new thing. Close this guy. Run this. Start. Yeah, okay, so we're getting a bunch of connections. Why are we getting so many connections? I expect this would be the same. Let's try it with Goose. Yeah, why not? Okay, so let's start this guy. We'll go localhost. Yeah, go away. Boom. Start that up. Okay. We got no capabilities from Goose. And then we get undefined. And then we get another connection. Why? Why do we keep getting connections? Yeah, every time I open up the chat thing, I get a new connection. Here, let's try this. Who am I in Habigme? Me plus Goose at can'tseedots.com. And this one does have UI, which I think is pretty neat. Here's our log from that. Validate. And look, it actually works. Sweet. So now if I go home and chat, who am I now? Okay, cool. If I go, who am I? Here, let's just see if this maintains that. Okay, that's good at least. Because it's not tied to the connection, it's tied to the OAuth token. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, well that's good at least. But we make a bunch of different connections, a bunch of different sessions. Each one of those gets its own durable object. So what does that even mean? I don't know what that means. It doesn't really help me get any closer to figuring out why our capabilities are messed up. It's interesting that we did eventually stop getting the init stuff. Connection, here's the connection ID to the client ID, I guess, maybe? It does seem that all of these except, yeah, there's one, these two, for some reason, connected to a different thing. I don't know. But I understand now why this is doing what it is. I don't understand how the client capabilities state is not preserved. I'm going to ask somebody. I just can't rely on get client capabilities, I guess. I just need to figure out why and how this is getting unset. Yeah, that's the only place it gets set. Unless, because it's not a proper private variable. My goodness, we've had private variables on classes for a really long time. So I don't know why we're still doing this underscore prefix stuff. It's not the way you're supposed to do it anymore. Okay, let's see. It's interesting that I didn't get any of those console logs. I definitely expected to get those console logs. Oh, I think I might know what's going on, actually. Huh. How do I delete the Vite cache? Oh, there it is. Okay, yeah. There it is. Okay, client capabilities being set to that. That is what I would expect. So why does this get set to undefined? How is that happening? I just missed a ton of messages. Hello. I'm not having any issues with Goose currently. Thank you, Rizal. To try. Sorry, I'm catching up on chats. Thank you, Leon. I am still heavily invested in React Router. Anytime I want to do a UI thing, it's going to be React Router. Yeah, what the future is with Remix. I'm bullish on Ryan and Michael. I think that they are really good at what they do. At the same time, it's a pretty big thing to do to say that you are going to go beyond React. So we'll see. We'll see. I'm going to React Conf in a couple weeks. So yeah, I still very much am into React. Okay. Can I explain the problem? Yeah, that we're getting that console log. Oh, thanks, Rizilla. You're nice. Yeah, just what my problem is, I think a Cloudflare issue. Somehow, this get client capabilities ends up as undefined, and I don't know why. I'm thinking that, so the constructor only runs once, which means we only make one MCP server, presumably. Wonder if I go into here. Let's go here, constructor. Constructing MCP server. And now let's dive into here. Okay, and then constructing MCP agent, and then initializing MCP agent. I think, yeah, if we go get client capabilities, here, I'm gonna do this. This dot initialized true. If not initialized, boom. This is gonna throw an error. I'm confident of that. Whoops. Oh, no, that's interesting. We're only getting one now. What the? Okay, what if I don't have this? Maybe, I don't know. Maybe something weird. Reconnect. Okay, no, there it is. What? I threw an error. I expected it to log that there was an error. So let's just console log. But yeah, that's what's going on. Whoops, I think I need to clear the Vite, add nonsense, reconnect, Client capabilities not initialized. Huh. That is interesting. On initialize. So we construct 2 servers to handle 2 different connections. We initialize one of them, we don't initialize the other. So that's what's going on. Why is that happening? I do not know. I'm gonna eat a gummy worm. In fact, I'm gonna put the whole package that has 3 gummy worms left on my desk. These are Joyride because they don't hurt my teeth because they have less sugar. 50% less sugar. They're great. I love them. All right, we're gonna try this new error stack. All right, so we construct this guy. And we make this guy. And that's happening because this new Epic Me MCP. Yep, it's just happening right there. Makes perfect sense. Okay. So where that's happening is coming from that, which of course is hidden behind who knows what. And we're gonna have the exact same thing here. So why just so confused. So we have 2 instances of Epic Me MCP. And then one of them gets initialized. And one of them does not. And so that's fine. That actually is totally fine. The reason we're getting this as undefined because it's not been initialized yet. So that's not a big deal. Now the fact that it's getting created at all is kind of like, what? Why? I'm confused about that, but I'm not too terribly bothered. I would like to know. I would like to know. That'd be nice. See if we can kind of figure that out. Right, console, constructing MCP agent. You know what, and I could probably get rid of some of these. Don't need that, don't need that. We'll leave that one in. Don't need that. Don't need that. Huh. Yeah, we'll just stick that in here. All right. So let's figure out, why is the MCP agent being initialized or being created? Thought did I not get rid of that? All right, we don't need that anymore. Yeah, I don't need that either. This one we will keep. Okay. You know what? I should just have a script that creates a new client and just see what happens when we're not using this whole thing. Maybe I'll do that if I get stuck. Okay, so still creating MCP agent. Test client. Let's see, we've got, what's going on here? Oh yeah. Open project. We're looking for advanced. No. Auth. 99 test. Okay, here we go. Oh, I guess I removed that. That's now part of the global setup. Client. No? Client. Oh, that's right. Okay. Yeah, because we actually don't need to connect to the server to test that. But I think we do in here. Setup client. Here we go. Eight 877. I don't know why you're complaining. Yeah, okay, whatever. I can't remember. It's using const, using const. I can't remember how you're supposed to do that. Where is it? Using. There we go. Okay, setup dot client dot initialize. Maybe that happens automatically. Yeah, okay, let's do that. All right. Let's go back to here, close that guy. All right. So then if we test client, this is where I should just use bun for everything. Okay, good. So let's try this again. Run this guy. Invalid token. Dang it. I gotta authenticate first. That makes it a lot harder. What the heck are we doing this for? What if we do this? Epic me serve MCP server. Maybe this is the reason we're having issues. No, rats. Well, I thought that could be it. Okay, so fine. Close that. Let's keep trying with this. Just see if we can get past auth stuff. Okay, so we'll just skip the OAuth provider and see what happens. Some stuff might break really bad because I expect the user, but for initialization, I think we should be able to be fine. Okay. There you go. Just had one connection. So we get connection established. We do have two different connections. I should probably close properly. So this seems to indicate that it is interesting that we end up with two connections to the same place. See, now cleanup should happen automatically. In fact, I bet it was already happening automatically. Okay. Here we go. Last sour gummy worm. Could some of you throw like 2 or 3 comments in the chat to get that spam thing disappeared from my thing over there? Okay. What happens if we do a little bit more? There we go. That's interesting. I am now able to reproduce the problem with a much simpler setup. This is good. Spam be gone! We still need like 3 more chats. 2 more chats, something like that. Tell us what you're working on today. Make it natural and good stuff. Okay, so now the next trick is to see whether I can reproduce this with their own example. And if I can do that, then I can give it to them and they can fix it. So build MCP, remote MCP server, boom. All right, we're gonna do this. Yeah, authless MCP server. Now we're talking simple as it gets. Cloudflare, no init, MCP. Do inspector gadget. Yeah, sure, I'll use Git. No, I don't want to deploy. Cloudflare, there we go. Oh, whoops. Well, oh well, that's fine. Okay, great. So then we're gonna make a connection to stuff. Why are you connecting to stuff? Who's connecting to 8787? Do I have Goose open? No. I have VS Code open. Let's get that one closed. And I have Cursor open. Let's turn this off. Turn that off. This is localhost. Ah, yeah, there you are. Stinker. All right. Okay. So let's try it again. Make sure nobody's connecting. And then we're gonna create a test.js file. We'll just do it as a JS file. I wasn't even using TypeScript anyway. And I think it's 8787, right? Yeah. Let's go here. Oh. Yeah, good. Yeah, they've got the initial commit. That's good. So they can see exactly what I had to change. Okay, so I'm gonna say set timeout console.log this.server get .server get client capabilities, and we'll do that after 200 milliseconds. Probably plenty of time, to be honest. So we run the dev server, and then we run test. Okay, that's interesting. No method found because we don't have prompts. My mistake. List tools. Now that is interesting. This is maybe good. It means that maybe the solution is in my hands because maybe I'm doing something funny. I really should have committed, shouldn't I? I should have committed before I started doing all this weird stuff. Yeah, let's just put this back to where it was before we do anything too drastic, and let's commit and push. Yeah, get rid of all this. Work in progress. I wonder what the README changed. What's changed in the README? Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right. Oops. Probably could have had AI write that message, and then it would have been like maybe useful. But oh well. Okay, well. Huh. Well, let's just try one thing first. I wonder if that pull request has been merged. No, not yet. Okay, well, let's just grab that. Here, is that the latest version? No, it's not. Let's try this. Okay, so that's that. What if I change this timeout to be a full second like I had before? Okay, so that doesn't change anything. So let's change this to that. Aha! That, did you see it? There it is. What are you complaining about? Yep, okay. So it's something in that PR, maybe. Whoops. No, okay, it's not in that PR. Okay, that's interesting because I thought I tested it a second ago and it was fine. Kind of confused why this is being a jerk. Let's see, TypeScript, restart server, maybe. Huh. That's interesting. Okay. That shouldn't make any difference because that's still on the same patch thing there, so. Okay, yeah, so we're on that version. Huh. Oh, whoops. Okay. Okay, cool. So we're good. No. That's interesting. Oh, huh. That's funny. I had no idea that Agents was built on top of the AI SDK. At least maybe the React portion, possibly. How interesting. Okay, well, that is interesting. So yeah, the package.json changes should not affect us at all. We're good here. Run that. And now we're all good. Okay, let's try rim wrapping stuff. Okay. Clean state. Okay, so it works there. And then if I update this to that PR, Oh, whoops. There we go. Okay. Yeah, so if I update that. There it is. Okay. Bad state. It's that PR. Okay. Hey, this is great. She's actively working on that. Let's just do one more test. Okay, cool. Issue with pull this down, install here. Let's just do that. Notice that you get this is confusing and wrong. First, you probably shouldn't getting more than one log of the client capabilities, because we really should only have one instance of the MCP server. And secondly, we are retrieving client capabilities for a server that hasn't yet been initialized, which leads to issues down the line if you're trying to do things based off of client capabilities. Okay. Notice if you grab the commit before using PR number 408, you only get a single client capabilities log. So I think this is related to PR 408. Hey, Paulo. Awesome. Good luck. Keep up the good work. I know it's a lot of work. It's hard. Okay, yeah, install now. I cannot resist. I must have the greatest. And we're going to all right. We're gonna pull in a loom. Let me pause the music. Loom. And we're gonna use this display. Oh, hold on a second. We're gonna use that, and then we're gonna do select. No. select this one. Where's my camera? There it is. Okay. Let's close this. Here, we're going to do one other thing, actually. Let's make sure that I can get rid of the problem here. What? Oh, right. Try that. Let's see. We need the capabilities to be logged. Oh. All right. Try that again. Get client. There we go. Okay. Nope. Dang it. I thought I was there. But I can reproduce it in a smaller example. And that's a good thing. So let's explain all. Though, hold on. Yeah. Boo. Sorry. Okay. Not positive that it's related to 408 anymore because I am able to reproduce it without 408 as well. So I really have no idea. This stinks because it means it might be unreliable. Okay, so let's see if we can get it without 408. Yep, there it is without 408. So, okay, so let's try another thing. Let's go where I said it was a clean state. I'll bet you that this also fails. Yep, there it is right there. So that wasn't a clean state. There is something crazy going on. Let's try this. Delete untracked files. Yes, that's what I want. Oh. Delete untracked files and directories. No? What? Delete ignored and untracked files and directories. I think there's an X in there. Yeah, there we go. Okay, cool. Let's do it again. Now we run npm install. And then we run npm dev. And then we run the test. And we're good. So there's a problem where at some point we end up in this weird state. I wonder if I can fix mine. I'm guessing it is Wrangler. You delete here. Let's. How do I get myself in this weird state? I don't know. Let's try running it a couple times. Nope, that's not what does it. Maybe it's another npm install. Oops. Nope. Maybe it's. What if we check out main? There it is. Okay. So to fix it, quit this, delete Wrangler, start it, run the test. No. Okay. Good to know. Quit this, delete that, install, run the run dev, run the test. Okay, not that. Quit this, delete both, run install, run dev, and run the tests. Okay. Interesting. Change that. Delete these. Quit this. Oh, we are in trouble. Whoops. This is frozen. Kill terminal. Remove 408. Git commit. Remove 408. Okay. Huh. Okay. Let's try this. Oh, and actually, yeah, that's the wrong port because this is running. Okay, try it again. Okay, node test.js. Okay, I'm getting a phone call. 1 second, be right back. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, thanks, D4S. I was kind of banking on that. I wanted it to do that. This is very interesting. I actually am able to reproduce with this as outlined. So this is kind of good. I just wish that I had a, I wish I had a better way to figure this out, or something specific to point it to. So anyway, it's actually really great. So let's do this. Okay, we're gonna do that. Commit, update, readme. Then we're gonna get rebase interactive. Let's see, get log, log. I'm gonna just squash them all together. Ah, whoop. Bad state. Just make sure. Yeah, okay. Oh, actually. What are we complaining about here? Huh. It's unexpected.
NPM is done.
NPM is done. Huh. Kind of confused about this guy. Weird. Okay, whatever. So I changed the README. I don't think I even care to change agents version. Actually, yeah, okay. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna take this, stick it in my clipboard. We're gonna take this, stick it in my clipboard. And then we're going to git reset hard to that commit. And then we're going to update this to have type module. I'm gonna go test.js. Stick that there. We're going to do this. Stick that there. Oh, that's interesting. That's not what I meant. That. And then I mistakenly missed this, but luckily that's undo works. Okay. the... Oh, haha, got these mixed up. Oh, that's interesting. Definitely would have expected that to fail sooner. What in the world? Oh, do I still have this running? My bad. All right, let's try this again. Oh, dang it. I just deleted the thing I was testing. I was not smart. And I did it with RimRaf, I think. Yep, I did. Rats. Bummer. Oh, whoops. There we go. Reproduces. I just want to have a nice clean Git history and be like, here's all I changed. I didn't change much. I just changed enough to reveal the problem. So, so I really just want this. I want this. Oops. Convert this to common JS. I don't even want to change the thing, the package JSON at all. Oh, right. Setup is not defined. What? Yeah. All right. All right. There we go. Okay. Sweet. There we go. Okay, cool. So now we've got something that it doesn't require the package JSON to change. We've got the README, we got the test, and then we just need to add this set timeout. So we reset hard get log get reset hard to that. There we go, test.js. We go index set timeout that. We go readme. Run this. Run that. Oh, whoops. Got it. Okay, cool. And all with just a handful of changes. So then I can say, I literally ran your CLI, and then I made these changes, and I've got the issue. Now let's double check that that still is the case. So if I go with that, oh, that's where that was. Okay, and then I see goodness gracious. All right, I gotta have it be totally perfect. All right, so try this again. Clone that, CD into Cloudflare, and run the test. Dang it. Does not reproduce. How do I make it reproduce every time? Okay, stop it over here. Start it over here. Reproduces. Okay, we're gonna just do a loom and just show what I can show. Hey, I've done my very best to try and make something that reproduces every time, and I'm really struggling with it, but let me show you what I have. I have a something that I started with the Cloudflare init or create thing with the remote authless MCP. So the simplest thing I could make reproduce. And then so we just started with that initial commit, and then all I did was add a console log for the client capabilities after 1 second inside of the init. That's it. And then I made a test that simply creates a client, connects to it, gets the capabilities, grabs some tools, whatever, just to make sure that we've actually initialized and all of that stuff is working. Then we close. That's it. Didn't change anything else other than adding that console log. So yeah, interesting thing is if you go here, if you go here and follow my instructions, you may or may not reproduce it. I just tried and I noticed I did not reproduce it. We are only getting 1 log there. If I try to run dev again, here, oh, I'm running on a different port, so let's stop that. Let's stop this one. Try this again. It might reproduce now. I don't know. So we're on 8787, and then we run node test. Come back over here. Yeah, we only get 1 log. That is good. That's the expected behavior. So it is working properly. But then if I come over here, whoops, hit stop that one, and then we start this one, npm run dev, and then run the tests, we're going to see we get 2 logs. And there's a bunch of other logs in here too. I'm not sure what they mean, but that is a thing that is happening. If we go npm ls agents, yeah, that's interesting. This could be, we're getting invalid from the root project. I don't know. It's npm install. Now npm ls agents. Okay, so now we're happy. That's interesting. Let's quit this. npm run dev and run the test again. Maybe it won't reproduce. Okay, so maybe this is pointing us in the right direction. that something changed between 109 and 113. So let's go over here. I'm not sure why it requires 109. I guess that, yeah, I'm not sure how that happened, how I'd ever installed that one. But if I npm install now, let's quit this and restart it. And then run the test. It's not reproducing again. So I'm not sure how to get this to reproduce reliably. I really don't know. If I rimraf the Wrangler and node modules, and then npm install, and then run our test again, or let's npm run dev, and then run our test again. We're in a good spot again. So I'm sorry, I really wish that I could give you something more. I found that like if I use it a bunch of times, then eventually I will get this to show up. I'm going to keep on looking into this, but anything that you can give me would be hugely helpful. This has been a huge pain for me because it means that I can't do any checking of client capabilities, so whether or not they support elicitation or sampling and stuff. Yeah, and then like it's just kind of a bad thing to have two instances of my server. I feel like there are a lot of problems that could cause. So anyway, any help you can offer would be great. Really appreciated. Thank you. Okay, well, let's see what that does. I got a reply from the person I'm talking with at Cloudflare. They said I'm the only one who's reported it. Of course, that's my life, the weird one, doing weird things. I wish I knew why am I just so lucky? Yeah, I'm suffering. This is killing me. Here, let's try this. Connect to 8787. And we are only getting one. So that's good. We got a post, we got that established. So it is interesting that we end up with two connections. I don't understand why that happens. But that doesn't appear to be the thing that causes the problem. So I don't know. I think I need to move on from this and just but yeah, like it is a problem. It is a problem because my yeah, man, I use client capabilities. I need to know. Maybe I just assume that all clients are able to do all things. just assume they can do sampling and assume they can do elicitation, but the problem is they can't. Claude can't. Goose can't. I actually forgot what 408 was supposed to do. Oh yeah, the GET request support, yeah. I am pretty confident that is not going to be the problem. Oh, whoops. That's what I want. Why? I don't know why. I don't really feel like I'm doing anything too crazy or unique or different. Okay, here's what we'll do. Let's do this. Get rid of this guy. We'll add a tool. Agent server register. Yeah, get client capabilities. I've done this before. Okay. Oh, whoops. Almost made a mistake there. I don't need to have a comment for that. Okay. All right, so my question is, if it's deployed, do I have the same problem? That's interesting. Thought I would deploy in like less time than that. There we go. Should be done now. This should be working. Failed to fetch. What did you fail to fetch? Because cores. Don't I have cores? I thought I had cores set up. Yeah, pretty sure I need to have cores set up on other requests. Post. Yeah, I think all, man, I was hoping I could avoid that. With cores. There we go. It just happened to be in my clipboard still. With cores. All right, yep, that should do it. Cores. Okay, another minute. All right, let's waste time on X. Hey, look, Kent is streaming. What the devil? Interesting. Gotcha. Hey, Ruben. Yeah, I do. It's true. Okay, it's been deployed. We can try this again. There we go. Now we're good. Connect. All right, good. Now let's go to list our tools, get client capabilities. Okay, that's good. So it's probably, like I thought, it is just a development thing, but man, is it a pain. It's not good. It makes it so I can't really test client capabilities. I have to like comment it out anytime. Yeah, it's not good. Not good at all. All right, well, see here, let's do this locally. Run it, dev, HTTP local host 8787 MCP, or I think I'm actually 8877. Connect. Boom. Tools, list tools, get capabilities. All right, good. Hey, we're in a good spot. Awesome. I love that. Now, does it just like, is it just happened to work now? Or is it really working for realsies? Set, timeout, capabilities. We got all this nonsense. I don't think that's related, but I suppose it could be. Reconnect. Boom, there it is. All right, so let's go over to tools. Get capabilities. All right, clear. List tools again. Get capabilities. I don't know, whatever. Disconnect, connect. Tools, list tools. Get capabilities, run the tool. It's there. I don't know. I'm stuck. Oh, I'm in the database. I want tools. Gonna get rid of this. Okay. Well, let's go back to what I really wanted to do from the very beginning, and that was, man, am I zoomed in big time? Wanted to see the sampling stuff work. Please write, yeah. Please make up a journal entry for me and save it into my Epic Me. What? No, stop. What are you talking about? Please make up a journal entry and save it in my Epic Me. Nope. Save it using the Epic Me MCP server. I'm pretty sure there's something wrong. Yeah, that's what I thought. There's something weird is going on. Yeah, okay. There's something not good. Try again. No. What the heck's going on? Create entry. Make up an entry and create it, please. Okay. Sweet. And it replied. Okay, me at kentcdodds.com or plus VS Code. What? What happened? What's going on? Use authenticate. Why did I have to do that? You're gonna have trouble with this one too, aren't you? Yep. Validate token. Check who I am logged in as, please. Yeah, there's something weird going on. Oh. I mean, in Epic Me. Ah, I'm dying. Connection established. With who? Who connected? How are you connected? Who made this request? Yeah, the rest of these are... It's not Cursor. Cursor's not doing it. VS Code is closed. Who made that request? Stop! Who is doing this? This guy, you jerk. Gosh dang it. Ugh. Alright, VS Code. Do it correctly this time, please. Start. Great. And now... Please check who I'm logged in as on Epic Me. Ah! VS Code, you were the chosen one. Oh, there it is. Ask. I never want to ask. I want to use the agent. Ah. Agent. Thank you. Who am I logged in as on Epic Me? Thank you. Could you make up a journal entry and save it to the database, please? Where's my sampling request? There's no sampling request. And I'll tell you what, I'm going to swipe over and I'm going to see a log that says that sampling is not supported. I'm going to just, Okay, bring back the client capabilities tool. And, list servers, restart server. All right, and could you get the client capabilities from the Epic Me server? What does that even mean? Try again. No, you're just gonna be weird. There it is, client capabilities, undefined. And so that's great. Or no client capabilities. There you go. Try that. Yep, that's the problem. go over here, say set timeout. We're going to restart. We're going to see it show up twice. That's interesting. We don't see it show up twice. We see it once, and it still says it's undefined. Let's restart this one. Okay, now we see it show up twice. The second time it's undefined. Why is this happening? I am pretty confident that this will not happen if I switch it to the production version. So let's list our servers. We're going to stop the server, add a server, and it's this one. Epic me allow. It's going to open this. Invalid client. Wow. Yeah. Awesome. That's what dynamic client registration is for. It shouldn't have to match. Who cares? Use any client ID. It doesn't matter to me. I don't care. I am so frustrated with this right now. Yes. Cancel. I guess we're not going to do that. Okay. Let me pull up -cloudflare.com. I would really love for somebody to make the Cloudflare dashboard not really slow. The fact that it shows me the Cloudflare dashboard is loading and then spinners everywhere. There's spinners everywhere. Stop with the spinners. The client ID provided does not match to this client. I can't even test it locally. Yeah, deleted all the keys and it went away. Yep. What do you do when this happens in production? Is that just like a thing? You just delete all the keys occasionally in production? Okay, I need to find exactly where that error is. So that's interesting. Huh. So where's that error coming from? Oh, this is so painful. What is happening? The authorized endpoint. Okay, so let's go to, it's under Cloudflare, right? Yeah, here it is. Thousand lines of beautiful OAuth code. Okay. What the heck? So who's handling? Wait, hold on a second. I handle that. Don't I? Hold on. Oh, I do. Authorize. Oh, my goodness. Okay. Phew. Here's authorize. We don't actually need this if statement because that's just how this works. And then I give you a 400 invalid client there. I just don't know how we end up. How do we end up with that error message? I think it's happening. Probably happening either here or here. That was a mistake. Okay. Let's look at the source. It's a little clearer. Stick you over here. I'm looking for lookup client. What errors could you create? Okay, so parse auth request also does a lookup client. But while we're here, there it is. Why couldn't I find that? I literally searched for this exact thing. I am so confused why I couldn't find that. It's right there. Help me understand. Make it make sense. That when I searched for this exact thing, invalid client. It's right here. Unbelievable. This is just the day I'm having, I guess. Okay, so when we do the lookup client by that client ID, we don't have that client info. And so the problem is that VS Code thinks it's already registered. And maybe it did, but we deleted their registration, so they need to re-register. That's the problem. So how do we do that? There we go. Aha. Yes, that's what I want. Okay, restart. Magic. It works. Holy smokes, that's annoying. Hold on 1 second. Okay. Yep, okay. Now, please tell me who I'm logged in as on Epic Me. Not media, Epic Me. Please log me in as me plus VS Code at kentcdodds.com. And this will actually send me an email, hopefully. Okay, very good. Could you please create, or actually, no. Could you please get the capabilities from EpicMe? Boo. Need to push that. Hey friends, I just had a really frustrating experience where there was some mismatch between my OAuth server and VS Code, and the solution was to have VS Code remove the OAuth registration information for my server, but it was really difficult for me to get to that final realization. I don't know if there's something we can do to improve the error messages output when there's a problem with authorization or something, but that would have saved me a good half hour or more. There we go. That's my feedback to the team for the day. All right. Let's start it up again. Could you try that again, please? There we go. Okay, that's good. Could you please create a made-up journal entry and save it for me? Okay, so there's the content, weather, mood, location, title, all that. Good. Continue. Now I'm expecting to get sampling request, but I didn't get a sampling request. Why didn't I get a sampling request? Why didn't I get a sampling request? Sampling supported right there, and elicitation. Why was there no sampling request made? I don't know. I don't know. Let's see if we can see anything in the logs. The logs are basically impossible to understand here. Could you do another one, please? Okay, getting those logs. Client does not support sampling. Skip sampling request. What? Could you retrieve the client capabilities for me again, please? I think I might just have to go on a one-wheel ride. I quit for the day. All right. We're gonna do another loom. Hello. I thought that this was just a development time thing. Turns out it actually is a production problem. I really wish I had more to give you by way of like reproducibility, but maybe you can reproduce something with this. I have this MCP server deployed to production and configured in VS Code. Once I logged in everything, I asked it to get my capabilities. I messed something up, so I redeployed, ran get capabilities again. Awesome. I have capabilities. This is great. So I said, hey, make a journal entry for me. I was expecting a sampling request and potentially even elicitations. I got neither of those. And so I said, okay, well, do another one. Again, didn't get any of those. So I asked for client capabilities again. No client capabilities found. And I can also, I also have some logs to show that as well. Yeah, client does not support sampling, skipping sampling request. So somehow, between this successful retrieval of client capabilities and this next request that happened seconds later, I lost those capabilities. It didn't restart. Like I did redeploy right here, but then like we got the capabilities. So I don't know, and I'm so sad about this. This is really I don't know what to do about this, but it's really a big problem. It's not just development. I thought it was maybe just development, and maybe I could work around that, but no, I can't. So to be clear, that get client capabilities, this is all that tool does. It literally just get the capabilities from that server and send it along. The thing I had to change was I had to add this because this was undefined, and that's what made this have problems. So presumably it was undefined at this point. I redeployed, it became defined, and then I asked another question and it became undefined. Here, let's ask it again. Get those for me again, please. And this is of course in the way. There we go. And no capabilities. Nothing. No capabilities. Let's restart. Okay. Try again to get some capabilities, please. Okay, now we're good. Great. Please make another journal entry. And here, let me get my logs up and ready. Okay, continue. Okay, great. We got the response. It was created and everything, but we did not get a sampling request. We did not get a elicitation request. I'm looking at the logs right now. Yep, there it is. This log right here. Client does not support sampling. And I say, okay, could you get me my capabilities, please? No capabilities. Okay, let's restart again. Try getting the capabilities again. Okay, good. Now try getting the capabilities again. Let's see if it works 2 times in a row. Great. I don't know what is going on between all of these things. Let's. Could you try retrieving who I am? Okay, so who am I? It got my account information. Awesome. Now get the client capabilities. So maybe it's just when you run some other tool. No capabilities. I don't know. I don't know how to solve this problem. So anyway, would really appreciate any help you can give. I will try to come up with another way to reproduce this. here's the problem, is that people, like, I'll report something and people say, oh, nobody is, sorry, I just noticed I'm missing chats and stuff. People say, well, nobody's reported yet. Yeah, that's because, like, I am bleeding edge all the time, and it hurts. It's so painful. And I am making the cow path so that the rest of you can have a really pleasant experience. Now, one could argue maybe, no, I don't know. Like, some of my challenges are just because I don't do things the way that everybody else does, and maybe I should just do it the way everybody else does, but I don't know. Okay. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. I think, just maybe, I could do this. Okay. npm install don't change lock file. I don't remember how to do that. Oh, this says ignore the package lock. No. I want to install without changing the lock file. Why is this not working? Clean project. It is a clean project. What are we talking about? Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Weird. All right, whatever. All right, so let's try this. This server tool client capabilities. Okay, test. Let's do calculate operation add, and then do that again. Which one was it? Okay. List tools. All right, so call tool, client capability, I can't remember. Advanced MCP features, call tool. Oh, it's an object with a name. Yeah, okay, fine. And then it's arguments. Oops. Okay, there we go. I don't know how to get this to reproduce the problem that I see. was going to do something and I forgot. No sampling or elicitation request. Why? Why was there no sampling or elicitation? It doesn't even say... This is unbelievable. I really should just stop for the day. We're gonna be distracted for a second. I can't think of a good reason to send a 405 for something like this. If the client wants to delete a session, we should go ahead and let them. Boom, there it is. Maybe it happens when I restart the server. Yep, it happened. Okay, now. Expand this test file to actually start the server so that we can stop and restart the server between one client capabilities call and another. I think we might have our way to reproduce this finally. I think I figured it out. I might have figured it out. Okay. So, start the server. Wait for a little bit. We make the client call. Stop the server. Wait. Start the server again. Wait. Make a client call. Stop the server. And we didn't reproduce. Okay, but maybe we restart this, run the tool again. Okay, maybe this will do it. If I reconnect and then run the tool. Yeah, okay, so we have a stale connection. Restart the server, run the tool. Reconnect, run tool. Restart server, reconnect, run tool. Yep. And then restart server, run tool. Okay, what about this? Reconnect, run tool, and then restart server, clear, and list tools, then run tool. Yeah, okay, good. Yeah, that's kind of what I expected. Okay, I have a way to reproduce. Is Loom running? Hey, Loom, are you running? Where'd you go? Where's the controls? How do I delete this guy? Delete. That one did not work the way that these things are supposed to work. All right. Where are the controls? Loom, try it again. There they are. Good news, I figured out how to reproduce this reliably. I can't figure out how to do it automated with like the test file or anything, but I can do it with the inspector. So let me start everything over. I will take you from the very beginning. Yeah, whoops. So come over to this repo, copy this, and then I'm gonna go to this. We'll clone all that. It's running locally. And we'll also npm run inspect. Npm run inspect. There we go. What? Oh, I haven't pushed it yet. Okay, I'm gonna delete this. We're gonna start over and be more prepared. Okay. All right. Test doesn't do any good. What reproduces with inspector. README. Okay, you know what? You're in my way. I'll open you later. Okay. Then, in the inspector, go ahead and list the tools. Run the get capabilities tool. Notice that you have the proper capabilities. Then restart the server and go back to the inspector. Don't reconnect and run the get capabilities tool again. And you'll notice you have no capabilities. Then reconnect, run the get capabilities tool again, and you'll have the proper capabilities. So the problem happens when there's a restart of the server. Turn this into steps. Okay. All right. Oh, I'm so glad I figured this out. All right. All right. All right. Right. Commit. Working. Repro. Okay. So. And let's delete these guys. And Loom. I have good news. I figured out how to reproduce this. So you'll come over to this repo, copy this. That just gets things installed. We'll go into this temp directory. This will also start the server for us. And we're also in another tab going to run npm run inspect. That'll run the MCP inspector. Should pop right open. We're going to be on localhost 8787/MCP. We'll connect. We'll list tools. We'll go client capabilities, run the tool. We get our capabilities as expected. But then we're going to stop the server and start it over again. npm run dev. I have that alias, sorry. We'll run tool before reconnecting. Run the tool. And now we get no client capabilities. And so then we reconnect and run the tool again. We get client capabilities again. So that is the problem. It appears to be when the server restarts and the client hasn't re-established the connection. I'm not sure in what scenarios that happens in like a production environment sort of situation. I suppose it happened with VS Code because I redeployed the durable object or the worker. And so that's why it happened when I did that, I think. But yeah, so that's what's going on, or at least that's a way you can reproduce it, and hopefully that gives you what you need. So just stop the server, start it up again, npm run dev, and then try to run the tool without reconnecting. And you'll get that every single time. If you reconnect, then we reinitialize and we get what we are looking for. Hopefully that helps whoever's working on this. You probably, Kate, thank you, make this work. Oh, thank you. I'm relieved that I was able to give you something to reproduce it. Thanks. Oh, what a relief. Okay, now I really am going to quit for the day. That was just too much. How much MCP UI did we do today? 0. I did show off some in Goose for just a second. How much MCP Auth did we do today? A little bit, but not really much. This is my life. Just running into things, but now, like, at least I have a way to reproduce that problem that was giving me a ton of pain and suffering. So I'm glad of that. So hold on. I should be able to now start the dev server, start the inspector. Where's the inspector being used? Inspector's being used somewhere. Who's using the inspector? You are. Go away. Stop. Okay, try this again. So we're not going to restart the server here. We're going to, this is 8877, connect. It'll go through the OAuth. Okay, hopefully that's all good. We're going to go to tools, list tools, run who am I, verify, yep, okay. We're going to authenticate me plus inspector at kentcdodds.com. Going to run that. We're going to paste this in validate token. We're going to run this. We're going to run client capabilities. Oh, we're going to create an entry. I actually feel 50-50 this is going to work. Yeah, it did not. Did not work. Data entry should not have additional properties. So I said this would have ID, user ID, yada, yada, yada. This also had tags. So that's the problem there. But it should have sampled. It did not. It didn't even say that we don't have... I don't know why it didn't do a sampling request. That's confusing to me. That is confusing to me. We're going to stop this, start it up again. I want to see it say that it's creating a sampling request. We're going to reconnect. Going to go to tools, get capabilities, we're good. Check who I am. I am logged in. We're going to create an entry, yada, 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 yada. Run the tool. There we go. With that error, I should fix that. And then it says creating sampling request, but it just never shows up. I'm not sure why it never shows up, but at least the capabilities are working. sort of. You just have to reconnect anytime anything changes ever. So that's an interesting and really annoying thing, which hopefully will get resolved. Oh, you know what? Actually, it's not just sampling, it's elicitation. Oh, hold on. No, that's not it. Yeah, elicitation's also busted. And it's with Cloudflare. Yeah, so if I go list tags, run the tags, okay. Let's go create a tag. Bloop, bloop. Run that. Now let's list tags. Tag number 1, delete the tag. This should elicit, but it does not. It just spins forever. Also, I noticed that sampling and elicitation are still both not working. The request... Oh. They both just hang forever. Okay. And you know what? Maybe I can do a reproduction of that too. Let me try that. All right, let's just... I don't need that anymore. Okay, we're gonna close this. I'm done with this guy, but we're gonna try and reproduce... Yeah, we're done with this guy too. Gonna try and reproduce the problem. Yeah, and that's why the sampling and elicitation didn't come when it actually worked in VS Code as well, because it's busted. All right, so let's go terminal, create, yada yada. We're gonna go Cloudflare, sampling, elicitation issues. Doodaloo. Yes, no. Okay. And Zod. Zod needs to be 3.25.67 because the SDK doesn't support anything else. Update to latest. Here, let's also do type module because we're not crazy. All right, good. And then let's do, inspect, MCP inspector. Yeah. Ask for poem. Oh, whoops. Register tool. Alright, and I really should just have given it an example and then asked it to do that for me. So let's go sampling. Alright. You are a poet. You are good at poetry and really like dogs. There you go. Please write me a poem. Boy, I wish we had a response format. That would be nice. All right. Return result or content. Type text. Text. Oh, what are you complaining about? Oh, it's got to be an array. That's what it is. There we go. Okay. Great. And let's do this server tool elicit feedback. Title. And do you like cheese? And yeah. No result dot action. Or actually, you know what we should do? Just say all right, what are we complaining about now? Boolean. Oh, there, that's, yeah. You do not support elicitation. Let's do the same thing here. Okay, there we go. And it's 8787, connect, list tools, get capabilities, ask for a poem. You do not support sampling. Well, that's actually kind of surprising. Oh, right, sampling. There we go. Try that again. Reconnect. Clear, list tools, get capabilities. We're good. Ask for a poem. It's asking, but it's not showing up there. Elicit feedback. Okay, refresh. Connect. List tools. Elicit feedback. Nothing. So there you go. Elicit feedback and sampling examples. Let's add some logs. Okay. Cloudflare's agents MCP utility does not currently support elicitation and sampling, as this example demonstrates. Go ahead and try to run this with the inspector, and you'll notice that for sampling and elicitation, the requests hang indefinitely. So this would be is that actually what it did? Hold on. Yep. Yep, they both hang. Yep. Okay. And let's do this now. Okay. I forgot what I called it. Huh. Alright, whatever. Loom. Hey, I've been able to reproduce the Cloudflare sampling and elicitation hang. So let's just copy this. Whoops. Copy this. There we go. And actually, we'll go to the desktop to do this. And then we'll cd into the Cloudflare sampling elicitation hang, run, inspect. Well, we've got this running here. We'll connect to 8787, list of tools. We'll see our capabilities include sampling and elicitation, and we have those capabilities up here too. And then I can say, ask for a poem. This is going to run a sampling request. The sampling request does not show up here, and it hangs here indefinitely. That is not going to work out well. Disconnect and clear and list of tools again. Her capabilities are still there. Elicit feedback, run this, also hangs indefinitely. It eventually will time out. You can feel free to take a look at the code, but it's all pretty straightforward and standard, what you would expect for something like this. So first we check capabilities. We would get errors sent back if we don't support those things. You can also check the logs. It does show starting elicitation and starting sampling somewhere around here too. Yeah, I'm just not seeing it. Yep, there it is, starting sampling. So they do actually start, but then they just hang indefinitely. This is a pretty basic repo built on top of the initialization from the Cloudflare thing. So there's not a whole lot special going on here. I did update all dependencies to the latest. So any help that you can offer on this is greatly appreciated, because I want elicitation and sampling working. So there it is, timed out. All right, thanks. Okay, and let's go ahead and stick that in here. Where's Cloudflare sampling elicitation hang? Let's go to README and stick the loom right there. And I just need to clone this. Yep, I think this is the one. I have good news. I figured out how to reproduce. Okay. Okay, cool. Get rid of that. Let's remove Cloudflare star from there. And that can go away. This can go away. That can go away. That can go away. I feel so much better. So much better. Thanks a lot, Kate. I am sorry to be such a pain, but I hope this helps solve some issues. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm totally done. So thanks everybody. I feel way better than I thought I was going to feel. I finally managed to fix this problem. So thanks. See ya.